numbers or used it. If you haven't, then the posters would have, shown you. So I'm here today for a quick talk, and quick being 14 minutes. Okay, so brace up. Looking at the crowd, I'm just checking. Did you guys expect the NASA webinar to be happening now?
At 5:30.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a joke. So, the moment I stepped into Tezpur University, campus, it struck me. This is the best campus I have been to, and I've been to quite a lot. I've been to quite a lot. Let me tell you that. So you guys are really, really lucky. Okay, and then one more thing struck me. You guys have, I don't know how many of you have been to your guest house here. You guys have yellow toilet paper in this. And that also I've never seen anywhere. You've not have seen it anywhere. So, I just, because of all these lights, you might not be able to see my face, so I thought I'd just put a photograph of mine so that you could see. So, what am I going to do here for the next 40 minutes? The first 20 minutes, I'm going to tell you what a corporate life is all about. Because you're all, studying right now. And each one of you wants to get into a good company, have a nice career, maybe marry, have kids, or marry, adopt kids. So, I'm going to tell you what a good corporate life is all about. And then, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be doing what I have been doing for the last 13 years. Working in a corporate. Yeah. So first, I'm going to take you through how your first day in a corporate, your first job should be. And then I'm going to teach you how to attend meetings. What are meetings? I'm going to tell you about that. Okay? No, can you just stay there? Can you just stay there? Yeah. And then I'm going to teach you how to look busy. It's important to look busy in a corporate. Okay? Handling gossip, very important. A very integral part of any corporate life is gossip. And you'll be surprised, it is a man, it is not a woman. It is a man. Learning and using jargons. Okay? If you want to sound like a corporate leader, wear a suit and use jargons, you are a leader. Okay? Carrying work home. Not the real work, imaginary work. How to carry work home. And then finally, how to handle appraisals, They are quarterly, half-yearly, yearly appraisals in any corporate. So I'll take you through that as well. And we move on to the first one, please. Yeah, so, I've had lots of first jobs. I first joined a juice company, a company that makes concentrated juice. But within a week, they told me that I could not concentrate. So I had to quit. Then I joined Bata, the shoe company.
Yes, sir.
Within a week, they said, you don't fit in it. And I said, gentlemen, I'm not, you're a company. They said, that's okay, Mr. Jamshed, please move on. And then I joined GE Electric. That electrical company. The work also was shocking. Shocking, to say the least. So in effect, my first job was Indian Express. I was a sports journalist. And let me tell you, I wanted to change the whole world in my first job. But apparently it's not as easy as changing the profile picture on Facebook. Changing the whole world. Very, very difficult. So just chill, relax. When you move out of this Tezpur University and enter corporate on your first day, find out where the cafeteria is. Find out where the coffee machines are. Find out if the coffees are free. You will need a lot of them. Find out where the girls are sitting. Find out where the HR is sitting, the finance is sitting. Or find out what's the salary of the guy sitting next to you. That's what you should be aiming not to change the world in the first job, first day. Also, it is in your first job, probably not on the first day, you would come to know that to get an axe, you don't need to be a woodcutter. Okay? So, when you are in your first job, you will come across this concept called meetings. Very, very interesting concept, let me tell you. If there were no meetings, no work would happen in any corporate. Okay? Whenever your boss is feeling a little indecisive, whenever he's feeling a little lonely, whenever he wants to talk to that girl in your team, whenever he wants to write an email to his boss saying, you know what, we just had this meeting. Or whenever he wants to decide on a time for another meeting later, he will call for a meeting. Okay? So my tip is, don't open your mouth to the first one. Don't. It's useless. I tried to. Okay? And they banned me from meetings. They said, you know what, you ask too many questions. No, you stay away. Now the problem of not attending meetings, not being part of any meetings, is suddenly you look jobless in any corporate. Suddenly you are just sitting there on your desk always, not moving at all. So what happens? A guy who's been banned from meetings in a corporate is like a rattlesnake on a desert floor. Did I just remind you of this gentleman called Navjot Singh Sidhu? Rattlesnake on a desert floor! So that's what it is, because in every corporate, whatever it be, there are about 5% of the people who work hard. Okay? Only 5% work hard. And these 5% of the people would be looking for people like you who have been banned from meetings. So that is why you need to learn to look busy. I had a schedule prepared. So every day at 11 a.m., I would take lots of papers, walk into my CEO's, walk near my CEO's cabin, like this. Look at my papers, look through my CEO's cabin, look at my papers, shake my head, shucks, and then keep walking. Come back to my desk and just start banging on the keyboard. This happened at 11 a.m. Okay? And then at 2 p.m., I would walk into my chief technology officer's cabin. Oh, mind you, not into, near. I would walk near, look in, he's busy, and I'll just look at my papers, come back to my desk, start banging on the keyboard. And at about 4 or 4:30, that's the time when the crowd near the coffee machine is high. I would go there, and I would start taking the coffee, and when 3 or 4 people are listening, they are within the earshot, I would say, oh, I forgot, I have to send out an email, and then I'll go back. You know what happened? Suddenly, people started talking about me. Dude, who's this guy who goes to the CEOs anytime he wants? What they didn't see is that I never went in. I was just outside the cabin all the time. Dude, who's this guy? He doesn't even have time to have coffee. And suddenly, I was this guy on a special mission. People even gossip about you. Suddenly I was this guy who was from IIT Delhi and Ahmedabad, and I was not. Okay? I was this guy who was on a special mission. I was Harvard educated. Okay? They were imagining all these things. I was this guy's special mission, direct access to the CEOs, CTOs, which meant I was an important guy in the corporate hierarchy. And see how I turned my disadvantage into an advantage here. Right? So, but of course, none of my colleagues know that one day my CEO called me and said, hey, Jammy, come here. I said, yes, sir. He said, why do you beat into my cabin every day, Jammy? So I never told that to them. So now, I was a dirt dude. Everybody wanted to be friends with me. And they started approaching me. Now the problem with being the dude is that you have to play the dude. Okay? Once people start approaching you, you need to give them something. They expect you to have lots of information about the company. lots and lots of information. And you cannot have any information because you're not even going inside the cabin. So what do? You invent gossip. You know, when a company interacts with employees, no? You all would be employees someday. It has three things. You should know this. It can give you a pay hike. Who doesn't love a pay hike? All of us do, right?
Yes.
Obviously, you're not even had your first pay yet, so you wouldn't know. So all of us love a pay hike. And then the company could promote you, or the company could say, let's do something else. These are the three things that a company uses to negotiate with its employees. But what does an employee use to negotiate with other employees? Any guesses? Gossip! Gossip! You just walk up to the travel desk guy and say, you know what? If you book my flights in Kingfisher, I will tell you who Shalini is going out with. Of course, this whole talk was written before the Kingfisher flights were, brought to a standstill. So I had to change that to jet back. So, or just go to the finance guy and say, you know what, I'm paying a lot of tax, man. Can you restructure my salary? He wouldn't do that. He would say, you know what, I'm busy right now, can you come 1 month later? Say, if you do this for me, I'll tell you when your boss is putting in his papers. That's it, your job is done. So, now I will ask you to imagine gossip. But how do you do that? Very easy. There are two types of gossip. Huh? One, where there is only one victim. Let's say Akash is looking out for a job. There is only one victim. So I prepared a schedule, a tabular column. I don't know if you can read it from there. But Pratap, there is a victim 1, there is a connector in between, and then there is a victim 2. You can pick any victim for the first column, any victim 2, and form your own gossip. As simple as that. In fact, I have become such an expert in imagining gossip that I used to conduct gossip championships within my company. I would tell one gossip to Sumit and another gossip to Akash, and I would wait for the first one to come back. Whichever came back first was the winner. So I had quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then finals, and then I decided on the gossip guru. So, now you know how to create gossip, and you are able to return back to the users, your fans, some view. They don't know that it's not true, but that's okay. Now is your time to step up. Try to become the leader. So why do we pray? Not why do we pray, we all, lots of reasons, no? Somebody for marks and various other reasons. But when we pray, when we don't get the results from God, we feel upset, we feel let down, right? So the same thing is happening with you. You have become a God in the eyes of your followers within the organization. Now you need to keep up, you need to live up your God's life. How do you do that? Of course, wearing the suit is one, but by inventing jargons. Can we move to the next one? Yeah. So, what do leaders do? If somebody asks me, Jamshed, can you do this for me? What do you think I would say? Any guesses?
No.
I will not say I'm busy. That would be like mere mortals like you guys. I would say I don't have the bandwidth. That's like a true leader. If I'm going to sack some people in the corporate, am I going to say, let's sack this guy? No. I'm going to say, guys, we need to resize the company. Okay? If I'm going to have, let's say, I'm going to ask my team to say, hey, you know what? There are lots of these communication apps nowadays, huh? Why don't we pick up some ideas from them? Is this how I'm going to say? No. I'm going to say, guys, Why don't we look at all those innovations coming in the wings and try and adapt Nimbus to it? That's jargon, guys. That's jargon. There are some, if I'm going to have a lunch with a colleague, I can make it as complicated as I'll just read it. I've been trying to memorize it since last 2 days. I haven't been able to. Interdepartmental cooperation facilitation. That, for example, would be lunch out with a colleague. So, now you're a leader, you know jargons, you know gossip, you're feeding your fans in the corporate. That's when life becomes difficult. Ask any, let's ask Sachin Tendulkar. Huh? If I ask him, what was difficult, reaching the top or staying there? He would definitely tell you that reaching the top was easy, but staying there was difficult. So if you have to maintain your position as a leader, you need to work hard at it, which means you need to carry work home. Now, I'm not asking you to carry real work home. I'll tell you what I will do. Every day, my exit from my desk to the office exit lasted 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I would take one book at least. I would take lots of sheets of paper. I'll take a couple of files. I'll take my laptop. And I'll start walking and I'll keep telling bye to everybody. And I would keep referring, oh, I'm not able to carry these, so that they notice. And suddenly, what this guy was carrying work home. Now, I did this for about 13 years. I stopped doing it about 3 months back. It was a very small incident. So before that, I need to tell you some things about corporate leaders. I have my CEO. He doesn't know if he has a boy or a girl. Okay. And when we caught him off guard and asked, you don't know? He says, yeah, but she keeps putting busy sometimes. So, even if he knew if it was a girl, he would not have known which school she was studying in. If she knew which school she was studying in, he would not have known which class she was studying in. That was the case with me also till about 3 months back. Okay, and then one thing happened. I have a 5.5-year-old daughter. She was playing with her friend Shishant. My daughter's name is Ria. She was playing and I was working on my laptop, and then she said, she was telling her friend, Shishant. And guys learn fast. Even then, he was actually, reacting to her mood swings. So, Ria said, Shishant, you know what? I don't think I have a father. Shishant, like a typical boy, he's dumbfounded, right? It's like, oh my God, what's this girl saying? And then he says, he brings down his tone and he says, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have a father? Then I hear Ria say, no, I think I don't have a father. Because if I had a father, this short, dark, stocky man would not be, sleeping with my mom every day in the night. And, he's scared of me. He leaves early in the morning before I even get up. So this changed it for me, gentlemen and ladies. This changed it for me. So since then, I've decided I don't want to be a corporate leader. Okay? But what do I want to be? So over the next 20 minutes, we have 20 minutes? Over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to take you through some things you can do. What if I told you there was an option where there was no office that was required? No office at all. Next one, please. What if I told you that suddenly I'm going to open up your horizons to all of this? You won't have a boss. You can take all your decisions. You can work from anywhere you want, whenever you want. No 9 to 5. Nothing. And your income can be anything it can be. Right? So, let's just go through this. right? In case you haven't yet caught it, I'm just asking you guys to turn into entrepreneurs. You know, you're all engineers sitting here. We're all, I understand there's a management department as well. Your MBA sitting here. All you need is either go individual or go in teams and turn into entrepreneurs. Now, there are three basic needs of every human being, right? Roti, kapda, or makan. And there are lots of businesses that run based on this. How many of us go shopping for clothes, right? Food, we don't think twice before spending on food. Same with houses, right? Now, besides these, and these are all taken care of. These are old school businesses that are happening even today. Okay? But there are 5 other basic necessities every human being has, which, if you don't need any money to succeed. You don't need huge funds to succeed as an entrepreneur. You just need to know where you need to put your energies. Okay? And I'm going to tell you those 5 secrets right now. Okay? So just make sure it doesn't go beyond this auditorium, okay? Can we move to the next? Yeah. So the first one is any product or service that helps people make money is going to be an instantaneous success, because we are all greedy people. Is there anybody here who's not greedy? Thank God nobody lifted, otherwise, I would have said he was lying. So, any product that helps people make money is a success. So, what we need to do is start thinking, is there anything I can do which will help others make money? Will you be the first to think along these lines? No. There are these companies already doing this. They are helping people make money. People like you and me. People who are, MBAs, people who are software engineers, people who are all kinds of engineers. All of these companies. Let's take the example of Apple. Everybody knows iPhone. iPhone has apps, and apps can be developed by any software engineer and put it out and he can make money. What Apple has done is, it has just done that Apple external hardware, the OS, and it has said, let me outsource apps, let me help people make money, they will help me grow. Very smart thinking. Same with eBay. There are so many people who have e-commerce stores on eBay, who manage their businesses on eBay. Same with Facebook. We are all on Facebook, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes,
And we all play these games. And we all use these applications. Did you know that they are not built by Facebook? They are all by other companies like Zynga or any other. There's so many companies who are trying to exploit. All Facebook did was, it only made sure you could update your status, you could see the news feeds of your friends, there were a few other features here and there, and it said, for everything else, I'm going to help others make money, and they will help me grow. Okay? So, start thinking along these lines. Any product that helps people make money will succeed. It does not need any funds. Has anybody seen any of these companies advertising? You must have seen one or two, and that is very minimal, marginally. Google recently started advertising after 10 years of being on the horizon. Right? Can you move to the next one? Now, any product that can help save money will also be a huge hit. If earning money, that the money saved, rupee saved is a rupee earned, right? So the same applies here. Any product that helps you save money. Now what are those products? Let's just take two for example. Any email service, okay? Nibbles for instance, helps you save money. You just log on to Nibbles, you're no longer required to send, incur costs on your SMS, you're no longer expected to incur costs on your calls as well. If your other friend you're calling also has Nibbles, free SMS, free calls. Same with emails. There's so many times, my mobile bill used to be huge. Nowadays, I just send an email and I wait for a response. I don't even have to bother about all those formalities. Hey, how are you doing? How's mom? How's aunt? You ask all of those and then finally, by the way, did you do that? Instead of that, I just send an email. Done. Then, did we hear or read or learn that time is equal to money and money is equal to time? Right? So any product or service that you can bring into this world which will help people save time would be a huge success. You don't need funding, you don't need anybody's mentorship, you just need to have a rocking idea that will help people save time. The adoption of such things is huge and fast. Let's just look at some of the examples here. Google. I think none of you would have been in school when Google was launched. What's the average age around here? Anybody would know? 1920?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so when you were probably, in your shorts running around with your nose running like this, Google was launched. So, talk to people before Google was launched and ask them how research happened. If somebody had to find out, oh, you know what, there was this oil refinery in Assam, what was its name? I'm not able to find out. Today what do? We just go to Google, we say refinery, Assam, we get big oil. That's it, done. Think of those times. Probably when I was in school and somebody asked me what was the name of this oil refinery in Assam, I had to go to a library. Can you believe that? Go through books and books and still come out, I couldn't find out. Okay? So that is why all the search engines became such a huge hit. It is another reason that Google being the best became the bigger of all the hits. Right? Dictaphones. The favorite secretary name in India is Lily, right? Lily would be silly. So, if you use dictaphones, right, you would not have these elaborate scenes of Ajit dictating to Lily about what needs to be done. Same time, ATM machines. Just speak to your fathers and mothers, okay? Ask them how long a visit to the bank lasted before ATM machines came in. I think it was 2001 or 2000 when ATM machines started to become popular. Within 2 years, all the banks had adopted them. Why? Because it started saving money. Earlier, when I went to the bank, my first job I used to have a passbook. My salary used to get credited in it. And every month to see how much money has been credited into my account, I had to actually take a half an hour bus trip, go to the bank, get the token, wait for it to be called. Once I was called, I would be with the teller and he would print what was the balance amount in my passbook and give it to me, and it took me 2 hours and then another half an hour to come back. Today you can just go to your ATM. In fact, today you get an SMS on your mobiles. Right? Saves time. E-commerce again, not catching up in India yet, but in US, hugely popular. People don't want to go to the shop. They just want to be at their convenience. So help people save time.
competition शुरू हो गया ना इसका मेटल competition